صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد. Welcome to my second video in the advanced techniques of magic squares. I think I'm only going to make maybe 2 of these. I'm adding them to my series, which I've already made and uploaded a long time ago about magic squares, in which I look at the 3x3, the 4x4, and the 5x5, and then I look at certain special cases when you have remainders with each of those. And this is a video about a special kind of magic square, which like the earlier video I made about the hollow magic square, which has the middle cell empty, this is also a peculiar kind of magic square. It's known as the Musallas-e do paya in Urdu. That's to say the 3x3 magic square that is 2-legged. It means that the middle cell on the bottom row is left empty. It isn't there at all, so it looks like it's a thing standing on 2 legs. You'll see what I mean when I show you the diagram. But before we move any further, I would like to request everybody who's watching to like the video, subscribe, share it with whoever you think would be interested. If you like the kind of content that I'm putting out, please do consider becoming a patron on my Patreon page, or showing me some support via PayPal. I'm also in the process of writing a book on the Islamic occult sciences, in which the first part will be devoted to the mathematics of the magic squares, which is a very, very important subject. I'm working on that. I've been working on it for some time. I'm hoping to get it out later in the year, inshallah. And if you are interested in supporting that project, please go to my GoFundMe page. The links are provided in the video. Let's look then at this. This is called the Musallas-e do paya, or the 2-legged magic square. It's the 2-legged 3x3 square. When I made this, I made a mistake, so I've covered up this part. It actually, when it's empty, it should look like this. So there's no line on the bottom one. So I had to cover this up with a piece of brown paper. So if you look at the green numbers to understand this, this is the first cell. And so I've put a 1 here so that you understand that this is the first cell. And we go across. This is the second cell. This is the third cell. This is the fourth. The middle one is the 5th, 6th, 7th. This is a nothing. This is empty. And then it's 8. So whenever we have these magic squares, we have some number n that we're working with. It could be a divine name. It could be the abjad value of a divine name. It could be the abjad value of a verse from the Quran, what have you. So that number we're going to call n. And what you do is you divide n by 3. If it's not divisible by 3, you can't use this. So this is n divided by 3 goes in the middle here. And the interesting thing is that in cell number 1 and cell number 6, you have 9 and twice 9, which is 18. So those are put in red. Okay, then the second cell is double of what's in the 5th cell. So if this is n over 3, this is 2 times n over 3. Then in the third cell, you take 1/3 of whatever n is, n divided by 3, and reduce it by 9. Then in the fourth cell, you take that same value, which was in the third cell, and you double it. In other words, n over 3 minus 9 times 2. The 5th cell we already talked about. The 6th cell, again, I've already explained to you. In the 7th, you would have 1/3 here of whatever n is, in other words, n over 3, and you increase it by 9. Then what's in cell 8 is actually what you see here in cell 4, increased by 9. So it's mathematically a bit messy, but it's an interesting one. So if we go over the rules, whatever number n is divided by 3. You place that in cell number 5, which would be the middle. Then cell number 2, which is this one, is the double of what's in cell 5. Then cell number 3, which is over here, is the value in cell number 5 reduced by 9. Then in cell number 4, which is right here, it's the double of what's in cell 3. Cell 5 we already talked about. Then cell 6 we've also talked about, which would be 18, and this one will be 9, which is cell number 1, which leaves cell 7 and 8. So in cell number 7, the value in cell number 5 is increased by 9. And finally, cell number 8, the value in cell number 4, which is here, is increased by 9. So let's do an example. So if you have al-basit, we visited al-basit before, you take the al off, and then you find out that the value is actually 72. If you just want to do it very quickly, ba is 2, sin is 60, I forgot the alif. Alif is 1, and then ta is 9, and you get 72. Okay, so our number is 72. Now 72 divided by 3 is 24. So we want to take number 24. What do? We divide in by 3. We got 72. We place that in cell 5. So we would put a 24 here. Then cell number 2, which is here, is the double of that. So that will be 48. Okay, 48. Now what happens? Well, cell number 3 is the value in cell number 5, which was n over 3, 72 divided by 3, which is 24, and we reduce it by 9. What would that be? Well, 24 minus 9 it's 15, right? Just mentally check that if you're not sure. All right, let's assume you've done that. Okay, so that then is 15. So now what do? Well, now we need cell number 4. So cell number 4 is the double of what's here, right? So that should be the double of 15 is 30. Cell 5 we've already done, and then cell 6 and cell number 1. Well, those are, let's emphasize that it's 9 and 18. So this is going to be 9. This is going to be 18. This is 9. Okay. What does that leave? It leaves cell number 7. Well, cell number 7 is the value in cell number 5 increased by 9. So what's 24 plus 9? Well, you could think of it if it was 10. 24 plus 10 would be 34. So 24 plus 9 has to be 33. And then this is the nothing part. That's why it's a two-legged square. And then we're at the last part, which is the value in cell number 4, which was here, 30, increased by 9. That's easy. That's 30 plus 9 is 39. Now you want to see if this actually works. Does this add up to 72? Well, if you check here, 8 plus 4 is 12. If we line up the 8 and 4, carry the 1, and that is 72. I don't want to mess up the square, so I'm not writing a 72 here. But that one checks, okay? The middle part checks. So let's do this. What's 30 plus 24? That's 54. 54 then plus 8 is going to be 62, plus 10 is 72, so it checks across here. This is 72. And then if you check it here, also it checks out. Because 48 plus 9, so it would be 57. 57 plus 15, 72. Check here. Does that work? It does, because 39 and 33 is also 72. This is getting crowded here. I leave it for you to do that as an exercise to check the rest of these. It is correct. Let's do one more just to drive home the point. So this is all getting messy here. This is the divine name Allah. 66. We've done this many times before. So you have Alif, Lam, Lam, and Ha. Alif is 1. This is 30. This is 30. This is 5. Put plus signs here. 5 plus 30 plus 30 plus 1 is 66. 66 divided by 3 is 22. So what does that mean? We put that's n over 3, right? N over 3. So 22 goes in the center. Then here we double it. In the second one it's doubled, so this will be 44. And remember, we have a 9 here, and we have an 18 here already. All right, so now that leaves us with cell number 3, which is this one. That's n over 3 minus 9. So what's 22 minus 9? What's 22 minus 9? It's 13, right? And then what do we need to do? Cell number 4, which is this one. It'll be the double of this, so this should be 26. And 5 is done, and this is done. So now cell number 7 is what's in cell number 5 increased by 9. So 22 plus 9. So if we do like 22 plus 10, it would be 32. So this has to be 31. And then 39. I mean to say cell number 8 is the value in cell number 4, which is here, right? 26 is cell number 4, increased by 9. So that would be 35. And again, if you check 40, this is easy. This part is 66. If you check here, this also adds to 66. So, and so does this, and so does this, and so does this. So I leave you to check that. This is also like the hollow 3x3 or the musallas khaliul batan. The musallas dopaya is also considered to be very powerful, very strong. And in fact, what people often do is, depending on what they're trying, which divine name, they'll take a particular divine name and they will actually make this two-legged magic square by inscribing it on silver. And that's very good for what's called taskhirul khalq or taskhir khalq, which means if you want a lot of people to like you, if you're in the public, or if you have some sort of job in which you have to deal a lot with people, human relations, and you want to be liked. You want to be successful in that. You want to have lots of customers, etc. That's the kind of thing people do. But it also works if you don't have silver or something to inscribe it on. On that note, if anybody is interested in getting any kind of a talisman, which is specifically designed for them, according to their name, in fact, and according to whatever they are trying to achieve, do get in touch with me. I do offer that now. Have begun offering that as a service. You can contact me through my email, and that is enquiries for Dr. Ahmad at gmail.com. So that completes this video. Thank you very much for watching.